Well, hello and welcome to Mystery Readings by me. Hello. Uh, Please like and subscribe. Probably can't hear me too well. Okay, gotta go over here. And I haven't been on live by myself in a long while. I'm just going to share this out. Hi, Denise. How are you? I'm tired. I'm waiting for a couple people, blah, 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 people to show up. I need to get later on Saturdays again. So, let's see. Hope you had a good show. I got. You need to get your pills. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good to hear. What are we doing tonight? Dowsing rods. It's a winner. I haven't used my dowsing rods. So if you want a question, ask a question. I'm going to test these. Are my eyes blue? No, my eyes aren't blue. Are my eyes brown? Okay. What's a yes answer or a no answer? What's a no answer? What's a yes answer? Okay, crossing is a no, out is a yes. So there you go. Now you just learned how to do your dowsing rods. So, is there gold in this house? There's gold in this house. Is it more than a pound of gold in this house? Is there more than a pound of gold in this house? Okay. Well, got the dowsing rod. So if you got a yes no question or succession of yes no questions, I can answer them with the dowsing rods. That's what we're doing tonight, peeps. Dowsing rods. So, yeah. usually just sit here and talk when I don't have anybody to read for, which is fine. Absolutely fine. So this is a piece of artwork I did today. I've been doing a lot of art lately. So this is all inked by hand. And then pretty much all of it's watercolor. So yeah, I'm really liking my watercolors. This is when I did this last week. So if somebody's watching this, you can watch this back. And this is another piece I did. It's kind of weird. So I don't know. Some people understand what light language looks like. So this is some light language. And hi, Denise. So this is some light language here. I think there's some more light language. Yeah, up in here. Light language up in here. Like, I love these because you can look at them any way you want. There's like so much to look at. I love doing these. They're a lot of fun. In fact, I did my own Oracle card deck. So, yeah. And there's that. My limited art supplies. Here's an inked card. An inked card. I don't know what it means. On the road. So, the cards got weird. They really are weird. It's a combination of styles I like. So, here's one I did. I like this. It says, go with the flow. These are weird. I like doing these. They're so weird. I just love doing it. So I want to do some lettering because I love lettering. I used to have stencils, letter stencils, and used to do a lot of, like, growing up, I did a lot of that kind of stuff. And so I went on YouTube and I was watching this guy do names. He was doing lettering of names. So he, like, for $20 you can have your name done. And he's like, he saw my name. He's like, I had to go check the list because he saw how long my name is. Julianne Guthrie-Smulson. He was freaking out because it takes him like good 20 minutes to do like a name, and he's a professional letterer, so that's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, some of these would make really good canvases, so I don't know. Hey, I like this one. Like, some of these are more poster type art. Like this one, I love this one. I love, like, because you can turn it anyway, and it's like, oh, which way is that? It's like, oh, whichever way you want it to be up. Yeah, some of these I wouldn't turn into like canvas or poster. Like this one, maybe. This one's kind of cool. Like, it's different. I like it. Is this the one? No, there was a different one. But I love these colors together. I love this. Oh, this was the first one I did. I love this color scheme. This, yeah, this way. This way. I don't know if this is mirrored or not. I just love it. It's like a, a laboratory doing like all kinds of crazy experiments. But I love the color scheme of it. This is ink, this is pen, this is marker. It's marker and jelly roll and Sharpie, my tools, or watercolor. Depends on what it is. Some of these are watercolor. This is part watercolor. Anyways, anybody here that wants a reading? I don't know how many people are here. Somebody sitting in the lurking. Pillows? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have other artwork. Like I want to use some. Ooh, I like this one. This is a different one I did. Um, I like working with acrylic. I haven't worked with. I did work with acrylic, but I had this really crappy paper. But then I ended up. You can tell me how wonderful you are. Very wonderful. Hi, Bridget. What's up? How are you doing? Well, I got the dowsing rods as the thing to do tonight. We can just sit here and chat. You can get to know me if you want to. I think you're wonderful, Denise. I think you're brilliant. I think you're very interesting, and you have interesting interests. I'm okay. I'm just sharing. This is what do you call it? Show and tell. Ah, sucks. Hope you're missing an H in there. So I've just been sharing my little cards here. If you want to do something else, I'm happy to just little show and tell. Well, you kind of do. Everybody kind of does their little show and tell, with cards. Here's this deck, or you do different things. Okay, channeling. I was gonna tell you. Do you want me to just share about channeling, my experiences with channeling? Oh, this is gonna be good. You do like artwork. I know you're an artist. Channeling. If you're psychic, and you are reading energy, whatever divination or psychic ability that you're using, you are channeling. You are channeling that energy. So, my stories. I got lots of stories. Okay, the story about channeling I got right now is I got a lot of stories about channeling. So, one, I'm gonna write these down. You guys pick a number 1, 2, or 3. But first off, I'm just gonna write them down. 2, 3. Channeling. Man, I want to do group channels. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. I got 3. I wrote down 3 different channeling stories, titles. So you guys pick 1, 2, or 3. Or am I going to tell them all? 3. Thank you. Thank you for engaging. Okay, the Sumerian star map. I don't know if you know, you can look this up online. So, the Sumerian star map. So, I was like wanting to do some channeling of things that are mysterious. Like one of them is like that, like nobody knows what, where, who made it or where it came from and how it came to be. Sumerian star map was one of them. And there's another one that, you know, that book, the Voynich manuscript, that one. So I wanted to channel that too. But anyways, the Sumerian star map, I went and channeled it. And so it just like, I don't know if you guys do like any type of like channeling. I'm clairvoyant, so I get pictures. So I saw this guy actually making this disc, and it was a progression over time. And so, but I sat there and just watched how he did it, and it was amazing because I saw the tools that he used. And these like these say that this star map is precision within 5 degrees, like, and like he has no computer, he had like these rudimentary tools that he used to do the degrees of the stars, because the star map is this event that supposedly happened back then, like a comet was hitting the earth. So that was super cool to like watch him do this. And like I also have like sensing abilities. Like there's a couple different kinds of sensing, like sensing in like spidey senses, like sensing stuff. And then there's like empathic sensing, where you're like sensing uh, emotions and feelings, and like using like clairaudience. So it's like clairaudience is just knowing, and using them all together, you can like pretty much like be there. It's trippy. But what was I gonna say? I don't know, but I'm done with that story. Like, unless you guys have questions on it, or like psychic abilities. And how did I come to like do channeling? You know, I took not an astrology. I did not take an astrology class. I was taking a Akashic Records channeling. Hi, Iron. Okay, awesome. I do I used to do like times where people could get together and we could practice channeling. Cool. Um but I don't have the capacity to do that. Like I don't have like the finances, the budget to do like pay for Zoom or StreamYard or anything for people to like do this with me, unless we do it online. So anyways, I'm all over the place. Where I began with the whole like doing the energy with the hand thing, you know, that I started from the basics. And then I was just like freaking natural. It's freaking crazy. But I did have to practice. Don't get me wrong. I had to practice. So drummer energy. So starting with this, I was like starting to venture out on my own, and I was like learning how to play the drums and stuff, and I'm like, okay, let's tap into this drummer's energy. I was trespassing. First one was John Bonham. He's gone. So when I channeled his drummer energy, remember it's drummer energy, I can see it. I could see it. I was like, oh my God, boom, boom. He was like this ball, like this. I have a picture of it. I drew a picture of it. Oh, it's with my fishy. It's with my fishy. It's with my fishy. Here's my fishy. That's my fishy. um, anyways, this is what his energy looked like. This is John Bonham's energy, a drummer energy, and it's like sounded like ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, and so I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting, and then I started. Okay, well, I can't remember the next one I did. I think it was Neil Peart, and this one he was still alive. So Neil Peart's a drummer for Rush, and so his were like these lines. This is how I saw his energy were lines, because if you know Neil Peart, he's like freaking precision, and these lines were like green, black, and they were like rotating within this white like cloud. It was like super weird. I was like, but it makes sense because like his like it was so precision though. Like you, if you looked at it, like looking at art, you can like get energy off of it, and so like seeing this energy the way it was, this this was his energy. So then Travis Barker's my third one. So I don't know if you guys know who Travis Barker is. He is married to one of the Kardashians now. Anyways, he's a drummer. He's Blink 182. So I read his drummer energy, and that was trippy energy. Um, it was red, and it had like smoky like fog around it. It was really kind of strange. But this red was like a Hoberman spear. Yeah, he's a drummer in Blink 182. So his energy looked like a Hoberman spear. If you go and look online, it's a Hoberman spear. Let me see. Hoberman. It like goes. It's a toy that goes in and out like this, and it's like geometric shapes, and it can go down. Well, if you go watch him, it didn't. I didn't put two and two together. What I was like seeing, this was like energy structures. So I'm like seeing these energy structures, geometric shapes, and it's so trippy. Then I'm like, oh my God. One day I was watching him like drum, and if you watch him, he looks like a Hoberman sphere when he's drumming. So that was really cool. So I don't know if that helps you like when you're channeling. If you have like other questions about channeling, like I've done different stuff. I channel people. If you do you want to hear my John Lennon story? So one of my channeling the drummers was really, really early on. And I had channeled, like, when you do this energy thing, you can bring different energies into it to feel the energies and look at the energies. Um, it's like you can bring in the Christ consciousness and feel it, or the Dalai Lama, and you can feel it. It's trippy because, like, I I wasn't doing artwork. That's a good question, Bridget. Really good question. I was not doing artwork when I was doing, like, the stuff, like psychic stuff. And I made friends with this lady that is an artist in Reno. And her artwork is very abstract, even more so than mine. And after a while, I started looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, this is like light language. This is like energetic codes, because it's very geometric, and it had, like, you can go look at her. Her name's, what's her name? She's written a book too called Transcendence Calling. Monique Rebel. She's got this amazing artwork she does. The abstract stuff looks like mirrors, because, like, I've channeled, like, I connect with Tesla, and he shows me a lot of geometric shapes and patterns and light and color. But when I started, I wasn't doing that. Now I do. That's what I'm saying, is my friend was doing it, and I didn't think I would do artwork. And I just started doing artwork. So I think some of this, like, even doing like this is like, this right here, this is like doing light code, because what I found when I would post this online, yes, Monique Rebel, yeah, is like, even though it's just art, right? This is art, but, like, I'm putting my energy into it, and what it's doing to people is it's activating other people, not necessarily like in a bad way. It's like inspiring them. So it's like triggering them in a good way. Like, hopefully that's all it does. It's like groovy, like something's gonna catch somebody. It's like it's gonna make them feel something, and then inspire them to do something creative themselves. So, like, anyways, that's what I'm doing. So, do you have any questions about that? Monique is really cool. I've been to her house. We've, before, and she's got this amazing pond she built on her property, and she's got amazing stories. Hi, Sarah. Oh, wow. I hope that's not, like, I'm sorry, Iron. Hope it's not triggering. Um, Happy birthday, Sarah. Sarah's birthday. So wish Sarah a happy birthday. Yeah, I met Monique through doing my podcast that I did online on this channel. In fact, her interview should be on my channel if you want to go back and watch it. Okay. I'm glad, Iron. So her book is really interesting because she had, Monique had a spontaneous, she's had a spontaneous combustion. I hope your birthday's good, Sarah. In fact, it's my son's birthday. My youngest son is 28 today. So No plans with him today. But I lost my train of thought. Oh man. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I was like, where was I going with that conversation? Ask me questions. Birthday twins, yeah. He's only 28. You're 28 too. Oh man. So spontaneous. Okay, that's where I was. Spontaneously combust. She had a Kundalini awakening. That's what she had. So she saw rainbows, like coming out of her body. So she has this whole different perspective on healing and her approach to healing people. And I really can't speak to a lot of it because I did not take her class. Um, but it's a different perspective. Poof. You must have, well, you're called Iron Fire Horse for a reason. Fire. You were written up. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, yeah. But her story is very interesting. It's very insightful. It's very educating. Um, I did a lot of, she did a lot of like astrology work for me. So she's an astrologer. Um, anyways, I interviewed a lot of people. I read a lot of books. It was a lot of work. And it's all on my channel if you want to go and find it. She comes to mind, and then Karen Anana, she is super cool. Um, and she wrote a book too. I keep seeing it because I got all these books everywhere. But she's super cool. Uh, Anana. Her book is, she's freaking cool to work with. She's a healer. Heart Flame Healing. That's the name of her book. And it's Karen and Nana. Yeah, it's on this channel, but it's way back in the lives. Um, so Karen and Nana is like, oh my God. She's very expensive to work with. But oh my God, I did healing with her a few times, and she only does one chakra point at a time. So um, she has broken it down to where there's front chakras, and then our core chakras and our back chakras. And Monique agrees with this too. A lot of different healers agree with this. And so when Karen works with someone, she only does one. She only does like, it would be like the back chakra or just the front chakra. And so there were times, it's like these experiences are like educating for me. So like having a healing, I I I'm like an investigator. I'm like, oh my God, well, this is what I experienced, and da, 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 da. And because it's really interesting because I'm a healer too. And so I'd be laying there. She's like in LA somewhere. I'm up in Tahoe. Um, and we're on the phone and she's doing work, right? And I feel her because how she works is she goes through the auras, and then she goes into the chakra and she recalibrates the chakra and cleans it out. And as she was doing that, so this is why I don't necessarily feel like chakra alignment is always like the thing to do, or to like have this total focus on this one chakra, because I've had these experiences, is as she's going through the aura and that's corresponding to this particular chakra she's working on, is I'm having different experiences. So I'm having experiences because I know these, because I've done my studies and I practice a certain way in my work. And so, and having that understanding and going through this. So I'm sorry, I'm crappy at this. Oh. It was a mind blown moment for me when first learning about energy a couple years ago. You can connect with others no matter how far you are. Exactly. It's trippy. I had my first experience remote viewing when I did my first distance Reiki with a client, and it was just like boom, like, oh, I can see her. Like, not clear, but I could see her. Like, I was looking at her like this. So going back to like working with the chakras, she was working with the auras, I was having these experiences that correspond to different chakras. And that's why I'm like, should we really like be focusing on, because if you got, first, let's just say you had something happen in childhood that pertains to stability. Iron did a lot of energy experimenting in their teens and 20s. So if you had something happen in your root chakra that dealt with that sort of thing, it's also going to like connect to your crown, maybe your throat, maybe your heart. Maybe it might just impact every single chakra you have, not just one of them, if you have this one experience. And so that's why I'm like still out going like, I'm not really sold on like aligning chakras and balancing chakras to like, unless you're doing it on the level that Karen's doing it and you're in it to win it. Like, you're like, but you got to have time in between, because for me, I don't know, I can't speak to anybody else, but energy healing works for me and I feel it. When I have a good energy healing with a good healer, I feel it. I think you need to work with I feel like you need to do some stuff like this. I don't know. I'm seeing like you need to do like drawing, Bridget. Like drawing. Third eye and throat are out of whack. So, how my approach, drawing, yeah, because like your third eye is creativity. Like, there's like, um, I feel like you need to write too, because it's communication. It's the throat chakra. So I think you need to like connect those two. There's a story there that wants to come out. So this is like maybe storyboarding, like doing like a journal with sketches in it. Um, so my approach to working with the chakras with people is like getting those stories and going. Um, yeah, I journal a lot. Like, I've got like 50 journals here. What was I saying? Oh, my approach is always going to the story. What's the story here? What's like, what are you thinking of? What is happening? Like, you know, but of course, I'm using my psychic abilities on somebody when I'm trying to help them. when I'm doing my own, I'm asking myself, what's the story here? What's this all about? I start questioning, like, okay, because this is like really a lot of my work. Like, this is, I was doing this work before I did my Reiki. Like, even my first Reiki, I was bored in my Reiki class because I just taught myself all of this stuff. So it's like having that connection of um, the emotional story and working out of it. And when you, as you work out of it, because what's going on is, yeah, your body's like taking on this in a physical sense, and it's becoming that disease. Okay, well, I'm going to be putting out a production sometime soon. Um, so yeah, learn the learn the chakras. Um, well, I took it like to the nth level. If I go in, I'm gonna learn something. I started connecting it to Louise Hayes stuff, but not for the affirmations, because I don't connect with like people giving me mantras or affirmations to use. Um, I need to make up my own, because otherwise I don't connect with it. It does me no good. But beyond Louise Hayes, I read Barbara Brennan's work, and then I was doing my Reiki work. I was doing um, craniosacral work. So touching somebody and channeling like the body parts, channeling like the chakras. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Like, and this like goes to Chinese medicine. So like if you start looking at Chinese medicine, like acupuncture, acupressure, and all the different points, you're seeing the meridians, you're seeing the chakras. Um, and those things, they have diagrams, and they're pretty much the same things like Louise Hayes. Like, this is such and such. This is like, you know, you got issues with this, and it's like right here. So, um, what was I saying? So I kept going further. Like when I touch somebody, I'd start like I was psychic, and I'm like getting the story, and like, this is your brother and your mom, and this is the situation, and da 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 da, and well, you got to do this. And it's all coming out of their body, because I was like touching people and I was getting these stories. I I was seeing this masseuse when I lived in Reno. I was getting massages from her. The timeline. Oh, timeline. Let's talk about timelines in a minute. um, so this masseuse was going. She was into Chinese medicine. She was going to school for this. So every time like I would go get a massage, I'd be like, well, what's that point? And then, I knew what I was feeling. And then I would ask her, like, because I wanted to know how, like, the Chinese medicine that she was learning was connected to what I knew and my own body. So, timeline. Okay, timeline. So, but this is all like energetic stuff. Like, so, like, energy equals consciousness. So our consciousness relives. That's where Bridget was going with the timeline. Um, and everything is existing at once. So I had this experience with like freaking, I'm just like meditating, and like, I'm just like, some bitch, I don't want to do this right now. I just can't. Like, Einstein comes in, he's like, hey, You want to learn to time travel? Like, no, not now. Like, no, I need to be really grounded right now. So, yeah, but there's all kinds of them, and there's like even more screwed up ones. So just stay where you're at, man. Hey, and he was just showing me like, oh, it's this easy, but you gotta watch out because if you don't step in the right place, you're gonna just like leave, like disintegrate. Like, yeah, you'll be lost in space somewhere. But like I do, like one of my favorite things that I haven't done in a long time is I remote view for a paranormal team that's boots on the ground in Tennessee. And lost in space, right? So they're in Tennessee and they're like doing their investigation. They got equipment and I do the remote viewing. Where was I going with this? Oh, because like, where was I going? Like, I'm not just telling you this, like, just because I'm telling you this. It's because, like, I'm an investigator. Like, when I do these things, like, I've been, like, I've been on some trips with these people. And they're like, I'm like, there's a ship there. There's this ship and there's water there. And it had to have been like, because I'm like seeing like different things happening. Like when they're outside, they'll take me outside with them. And see, I think what I do is I connect to their energy to where they're at. So that's how I connect to where they're at. Anyways, but I'm seeing different layers outside. See, not technically, but different time periods of people are there all at the same time. It's so trippy, man. So like you got the KKK over here, you got like Civil War going on over here, and then you got the freaking cemetery people, and then you got some sort of picnic from the 1800s going on. Yeah, but you know what? It's so freaking cool. Like one of the first times I did this, um, I was doing readings online with somebody, and this is before I was doing these like paranormal investigations, and someone just randomly came on the show and they were over in the UK and they're like, hey, can you see what's like in my house? And so, we're like, me and this other person that could remote view and see stuff. We're like, I'm like, well, there's a door over here, there's a door over there, and there's a door over there. And then you got all kinds of people outside, man. Like, I'm tired. Just walk. There's like so many people outside. Like, what was going on this property? Like, you got people like picking fruit. Now it's like something different. So it's just like it really makes you question, like, am I really seeing this? But when you got somebody else seeing the same kind of stuff you're seeing, and then you got somebody on the other end going, yeah, 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 yeah. Am I drained afterwards? Actually, sometimes I get really like hyper from doing these things. Like they weren't doing an Estee method. They started doing the Estes method. I have never done that. I want to try doing that because it looks so freaking cool. Like I don't need to do it because I can talk to them, but it looks so freaking cool. The hell? What was I gonna say? Like I pick up energy too. Like they will come back with me, and I have to send them back. Like this one time, um, it was relatively early. It might have been like the very first time. Is remote viewing hard if you haven't been or seen a place before? No, no, no. Like I don't do coordinates. So what I found, like I have to study myself to like explain to other people like how I do this because like I don't even understand it. It's like, well, how do I do that? Good night. Good night. Love you. Um, what I found that I do is like I connect to the energy of the person. So, like, let's say, Bridget, you want me to look at something, and um, I connect to your energy and connect to the other thing because your energy is connected to it. Does that make sense? So I don't know how to teach that, but I was teaching someone to remote view and what they were doing. And I've only done it once. And I'm just like, dude, you can't just like practice with me. You need to practice on your own. You need to Reiki. You start practicing this on your own. Yes, it does. You're connecting to people's energy and their space. You know what I found out? Like what I learned about myself is that I was doing this even before I was like consciously aware that I was doing remote viewing. Is when I would talk to people on the phone, I was remote viewing them all along and I wasn't aware of it. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like mapping out the floor plan of their house. I'm remote viewing them. like, um, so like somebody randomly like, well, like my friend like has this property. Turns out it's like a really popular like ghost place I don't know about. And I'm like, well, yeah, there was a river there. There's like this like Victorian era home there. I don't know if it's still there, but there's a lady in it, and there used to be a lot of slavery going on over here. And this is where the slaves were, and this was like a like I'm like telling him all this stuff, and it's like, man, can you like just tell me if like I'm right or wrong? like I picked up all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I don't like. I stopped doing that. like, like, I was like, oh man, it kind of freaks me out. right, right, right. um, yeah, I don't do that anymore. After I realized I was doing it, I don't do that anymore. But I was doing that. I was, hi, Linda. Good night. Um, I was doing that at remote viewing these investigations. I'm like, is there a bathroom? Like, go down the hallway, turn left. There's a bedroom there. Turn right. There's a bathroom. like, I was telling them where to go in the house, and I asked, telling them because I took what I learned with working with the body and I just applied it to like doing these paranormal investigations because what I was doing, I was picking up the stories, the energy of these places, and like, telling the story. Well, there was this lady and she's really depressed, and she was like, there's a bed on the floor, and then there's like a son, or they were fighting, and um she got sick, and like I'm telling like the whole story of the house going on, and they're asking me questions, and I'm like, dude, there's like this dark fog going around, and they're kind of psychic, and what was I gonna say? they're kind of psychic and they're picking it up too. I go, there is something dark in the woods, and it's not the darkness. So, um, that stuff doesn't scare me. And what I was going to tell you guys about was this one time, really early on, they took, it was like our first live, because of how we would do these is they would go live on their Facebook, I would go live here, and I would stream them to my live stream and go on their live stream on my phone. Really complicated, right? Exactly. So, like the first time, this is like the first time I decided I was going to keep my eyes open, because usually if I'm doing a live like this with them, I'm like this. I decided, oh no, I'm going to try to keep my eyes open and I'm going to look. It's like really trippy when you've done it in your head for so long, like, and then open your eyes and see it, because I don't see things with my visual vision. I see it through my third eye. And so, but I was seeing it both ways when I had my eyes open. It's like a really weird experience. Anyways, they took me to this guy was like, it was like a warehouse, and this guy had a bunch of stuff in it, and they wanted to ghost hunt this place, but he was like getting ready to like take all this stuff and put it in a museum, like it's haunted stuff. And it didn't connect that it was haunted stuff until we were live, and I'm seeing this guy, and like I'm interacting with like the ghosts there because I'm a medium, so I'm like interacting with like, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing this guy through my eyes, my third eye, and I'm like, don't you guys see this? Can anybody see this guy? Just me. Nobody can see this guy. And he looks like he's wearing seaweed. And it was really weird because there was like, his eyes are like bright white. And he kept like turning towards the wall. So you couldn't see the light out of his eyes. He kept turning. I'm like, what the hell is this all about? And then they're like, hey, there's a headdress over here. Look at this. I'm like, oh my God. This guy was wearing this headdress. And so it was a haunted item. It was a haunted item. This spirit was attached to this headdress. Yeah, it wasn't seaweed though. That's how I like explained it was seaweed. And like, and I'm like, oh my God. It was like trippy. It's just like having these like experiences, like investigating and like learning about this stuff, and like being able to like translate it to people, like going like, man, that was weird. And like these freaking ghosts, they're freaking funny to talk to. Some of them are freaking funny. Some of them are a-holes. Like, seriously, straight up. Like, they have cat balls. You guys know, hey, I'm not talking about meow, no, downstairs kitty, no. But the things that light up. How did I get involved in investigations? Well, I met these people online, and they were coming to my lives, and they saw me do that one that was in the UK with this other person. We had remote viewed just randomly during a night we were doing readings. We were doing card readings, and we got connected like through Facebook, and they asked me to do that with them. I'm like, sure. And I'm like, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And so, anyways, we're actually related. We figured out we were related. So that was interesting. But I haven't done anything with them for a long time. I think there might be some of our investigations on my channel, so you can go and watch those. Like we did the Thomas house, so we did that. There's a medical building we did. They went to the Thomas house and they were there a couple times. And one of the times, like, I saw Elvis, and I'm like, what am I seeing? It didn't like click with me like Elvis actually lived in Tennessee. I went to Graceland and didn't like register. I'm like, but I was seeing him like he was in the service. Hi, Rita. Virgo begins eclipse. Yeah. So, anyways, saw him getting into this Jeep like he was in the service still. And then they didn't know if Elvis had been to that place. And then the next day they're like, yeah, Elvis had been here a few times. So anyway, and then Elvis turns out to be my relative. I didn't know. I didn't know. And he's like double, like two of my lines, like he's my eighth cousin, some like a cousin eighth removed or something. Yeah. I went and did my genealogy. So this thing I'm working on, and Bobby said, yeah, you need to put the genealogy thing in there. I'm like, okay. Oh, I bet you would be surprised. I'm like related to at least 25 of the presidents, and Benjamin Franklin, and all kinds of people. John Lennon, George Harrison, like the list goes on. In fact, they played a joke on me. These ghosts, I tell you. Yes. Body challenged. They want to be referred to as body challenged. They're not ghosts. Okay. There's body challenged, and then there's ghosts. So, yeah, body challenge. Do tell. They have no body. They're just consciousness. So that's a really cool thing about energy that I learned. Like, energy is amazing because, like, you just have to get up in the morning and go, everything's energy. Just remember, everything's energy. And it's just like, you could do that every day and just like this is energy. Like, writing down things is energy. Spelling, everything is energy. Body challenge, like, yeah, they're just consciousness. They're just energy. They have energy. They're, one day we're gonna figure this all out. We're gonna have machines, like, not AI, but we're gonna have like machines where we can detect this stuff. Like, we don't have that technology, like, and so everything's like pseudoscience because it's not, you can't apply the scientific method to it. But if you got 10 freaking psychics, channelers, mediums in a room or wherever, and they were all focused on the same thing, would they get the same thing? But yeah, I don't know about virtual reality. It's like, I'm just not really sold on that. Because, like, honestly, I keep having these different experiences doing the like, I haven't really been doing this work lately. But I had an experience. So this is also on my channel, and I did a 2-parter series with Ron, where we did it like it was Ron Tov. I forgot how to pronounce his name. He came on my show, and I did healing on him, and I did like an Akashic record reading with him. And he was telling me these stories, and I'm like, well, let's find out. Let's find out through your Akashic records. So I opened his records, and oh my God, this guy is like going from this lifetime back to the past, back to like, and it's weird because there's like this messenger like energy. Hi, what a lovely day. It's like a messenger soul, kind of like, no worries. And he's going like back in time to the present time, and then this thing is going to the future. It's so weird. So we're hanging out, I'm telling stories. So sometimes I think I bought a ticket at some carnival in base reality to end up in those clown shows. Yeah, we're in the freak show, right? This is a big top. So I don't know. You got any questions? So I just recommend having like energetic experiences. Like, life on earth is too boring. So I have to go explore the unknown, the mysterious underground of psychic worlds. I can do a reading if you want to. I was just doing this type. Do you have a yes no question? I would be happy to pull my cards out. But before I put these away, do you have a question? Yes, no. What was your first past lives I saw? I was working with some people in Sedona, and I did a meditation, and I was being burned at the stake, and I was with my ex-boyfriend in that lifetime, and he didn't help me get out of it. Anyways, then this other one was during Thomas Paine's lifetime, and it was this ugly old witch. And this ugly old witch, I did all this research, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's true. I really would like to like have like some people validate this outside of myself. I mean, I went to as far as like getting handwriting analysis. They're like, well, you weren't Tom Paine. Well, that might not be true. I might be. Anyways, is Lord Osiris one of your guides? Is Lord Osiris one of... Wait a second. Are my eyes brown? My eyes, yes. Okay. My eyes blue. See, these things are tricky. You gotta like test them every time. Is Lord Osiris what a lovely day's guide? I'm getting a yes. I get a yes. So, anyways, back to my lifetime. She was an ugly old lady. And then, you know what I did? I searched ugly old lady, ugly old witch, and this freaking article popped up on the internet about this ugly old lady. who was accused of witchcraft in 1787. And it's weird because I had that date in that year in my head for a while. I even wanted to put it on my bass drum on my drum kit, drum set. No. 1787 was when they wrote the Constitution. So she was there. She was hanging out with these people. Anyways, it turns out to be my great grandmother in this lifetime. She was a witch. So, anyways, I'm gonna pull my cards out if you guys want readings. Do you want my special cards or my other cards? I'm feeling like cards. How long have I been on here? An hour and 10 minutes. Cool. We try to match up. Okay. All right. Let's use my cards. We can do like double readings if you want, because I don't think there's not too many people here. So you got something you want me to look at? If you want me to look at something, see if you got ghostesses. Favorite to use? I don't know if I want to do a Kickstarter because I don't know what's happening in my future. I have a feeling like something's going to happen. Like I'm working on this other project. They're telling like my readings. Y'all know where I've been and who I'm getting readings from. And they're all telling me like I should be doing this. So I'm doing this for now. But I'm also working on this other project. And it's for all of us. And I think it's pretty cool. And I'm probably going to put that out there somehow. It's like, anyways, I got to go through this because I made new ones. I need to add cards to this because they need we need some happy in the shit. We need some joy. Okay, here's that one. All right. It's only like 30 some odd cards. These are weird. You know, I was talking about artwork and how it's triggering people, and I was posting these things, you know, like on my Facebook, and some of my artwork, not all of them. People are like, they were engaged with it. Like I had someone go, like, I can't stop looking at this. Like, okay, that's kind of cool. Anyways, Korea. Okay. I really want to take what's her name? Oh, I can see her. Val's. I really want to see or take Val's Akashic Records class because everybody's that I've seen that has taken her class is amazing. Yeah, these have energy. Yeah. And it's like anyways, this shouldn't be in there. Okay. can I spell her name? Okay, I got lost. I can never come up with the questions for readings. Yes, I always want one, but don't know what to ask. They have energy. Can you spell her name? Fable, same for the class. Val. It's Val. 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 And it's very cheap. It's like she charges like $45. And like Viviani took the class and she's like freaking awesome. And I just want to take it because I feel like it's a different experience. It's like if you go to a different healer, you get a different healing experience. You go to a different class, you get a different, learning experience. You, you know, you pick up different tools or approaches when you're learning something to apply them to what you already know. So that's kind of why I want to take the class. And it's like, yeah, I got this long ass list of shit I did and can do, but I'm always like going like, well, I kind of want to see what this is about, Yeah, it's Val's Dragon Crystal. Yeah. So what a lovely day. That's why I was kind of bringing up Val's class, is if you could take her class, you can go back into that past life in Korea. And actually, that I should just do this next week. If y'all want this. Next week, how about this? We do past life meditation. Past life meditation. So you guys we'll just sit here over and over again and do a past life meditation. So you guys you can go anywhere you want to go. So you can go, well, did I have and you can go see it for yourself. So what that does for you, if you do this meditation with me, it gives you access to it. It gives you, yeah, they are very similar, Bridget. Past lives and remote viewing are very similar. And so remote viewing or channeling the past is remote viewing the past. Right? So astral travel is remote viewing when you're asleep or in a different state. And I don't know if anybody does astral traveling, but that's my definition. So, okay, next week we're doing, I need to write this down, past life meditations. We'll do them over and over again until you guys, what I was going to say is this gives you access to a point. So you can go to that point because at that point, you can return to it. You can go get more information from it. So you can go back to the audio or this thing that we're going to do next week, and you can listen to it again on your own. And then you can return to that point. And when you go there, you can set an intention so when I first did this meditation myself, is we set the intention to see a magical lifetime. And so by doing that, you kind of open a door, and then you go in that door and you go on a little journey, right? I don't do my meditations like that, but I'm open to trying it. In fact, I was going to do an elevator one. Elevator meditation was in the running, but I will do a past life meditation next week, so you guys can go back to the access point and revisit or go somewhere else. An elevator meditation. So I had someone do this on a different show on Facebook. And what they did, and I caught it like in the middle. I don't think I even was there. And they're like maybe on the 5th floor. So like you get in an elevator and the 1st floor, right? Then you go to the 2nd floor, and this floor, the door opens. What do you see? And it closed, right? Then you go to the 3rd floor. What do you see? So like I I think I was like on the 8th or 9th floor by the time I got into this meditation. I just like jumped in. Hey, what's up? So it was like I forgot what they called it, but I was seeing my dinosaurs. Not my dinosaurs, damn it, my dragons. So I had a lot of dragons. I have a lot of freaking dragons, okay, because I need them. And I didn't even know I needed them. Yeah, I'm just like, what's up, bitch? Get out of the way. I gotta go see my dragons. What did I see? I saw like these gigantic like dragon eggs. Like I had like a dragon farm. And then like another floor was like, I don't know, I can't even remember what they were saying, but it was like butterflies. And like you got people like seeing like little tiny, but my butterflies were this big, man. It's like like damn, them are some big butterflies. Like I have like seen like some stuff. Like I got rock people, and someone's like, yeah, you're connected to the fairies and the rock people. What? Like, yeah, I am. Because let me tell you, I had Oberon come. Like I was planning on, I didn't even know who the hell Oberon was. I thought he was a Marvel hero. So I'm asking my son, like, because he's all into the Marvel shit, right? And I'm like, who's Oberon? Thinking it's like, you know, some comic book character or something. He's like, I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I'll go Google this shit. I'm just like, oh, it's Oberon. Because I was thinking about going to the fairy fair. It was like a holistic, like fair, healing and fair. Um, and Oberon shows up, and I'm like, well, I guess I gotta go, man, because Oberon's here. He's like inviting me to go to the freaking fairy fair. So anyways, I'm just like, who is this clown? He's all dressed up like he's in the 70s. He's got like this clothes on, and he's got the like, what is going on, man? So anyways, hang out with me, you get weird. Or I need to write it down, huh? Past life. I need to write this down because I want to practice doing my meditation before we do it. God, it's been a while. Who wants a card reading? Past life meditation. Okay. Yeah, we could try remote viewing too. That was cool. That's cool. Certified weird. Yeah. Yeah. Getting labeled that. Remember, the show is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Who's first? Okay. I'm only seeing 3 of you communicate in the chat. So I am going to pick a number between 1 and 21. Whoever comes closest, Master is the one. Master. Yeah. Doink. Doink. Did you see that in my head? Okay, are my eyes brown? Are my eyes blue? Is Iron Fire Horse's guides, one of her guides, still Master Hilarion? Yes. Okay. 17's close. Doink. Did you see it hit me in the head? I was like, doink. Okay. 17. We got a 17 in the house. Okay, between 1 and 21. We're looking for a number between 1 and 21. We got a 17. Yeah. Like when your tools hit backfire, they got the energy of their own. Okay. Spirituality gets dangerous tonight on When Spirituality Gets Dangerous. 13. Okay. 13 and 13. Well, Iron got 13 first. It's 12. Damn. You guys are psychic or something. So we got Iron, Bridget, and then What a Lovely Day. Because you have 17. Okay. What does Iron need to know? Or do you have a question? What does Iron need to know right now? This just flew out. Okay, you got a couple. And I'm not happy with this. I'm sticking them back. Okay. I think I pulled this card for you the other night. Okay. Iron. What does Iron need to know? Okay. Something's happening here, Iron. Okay. Experiment. Okay. Is it safe to experiment? Is anyone going to get hurt or catch on fire? Okay. If no one's going to catch on fire or get hurt, it's okay to experiment. It's okay to get outside of your comfort zone. It's okay to let go of some control. You got this card. I think I pulled this card for you on Bobby's show. Danger Will Robinson, boundaries, rest, eat better, healthy, energetic hygiene. Yeah, this is warning you of something like breathing better. Okay. So then this one's a new one. I don't think I pulled this one for you. This is the abundance card. Manifesting growth, money, and love. So this is manifesting what you want. That's freaking awesome. Thank you for participating in that interaction. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Well, they're just saying like um uh um they're just saying rest, have boundaries, rest, have boundaries, and like keep stress under control. Bridget, let's see. Did you have a question? You're welcome, Iron. Yeah, it's the whole stress thing's like does a doozy. Ancestor reading. Okay. Ancestor. Okay, I'm getting this Native American. Like, are you connected to Native Americans? Bridget, are you connected to Native Americans? I'm seeing an Indian. You got one. Do you live on Native American land? Okay, well there's like he's come here with me. He's like he's kind of funny too. He's like he's dancing like he's dancing. It's like you think it's real funny, huh? You think it's real funny. He's so weird. Oh my god. Now this is connected to Bridget. So he's talking like he's a gangster. Like, yeah. Yeah, I'll go get my homeboys and we're gonna come back. Like, what the heck? Do you have Hi Victor? Oh my god. Okay. You got this card. I think I read for you the other night too. Thank you for coming, Victor. Okay. Okay. They want you to know this. Okay. Oh my goodness. He brought some energy with him. Okay, some peace pipe. They're gonna come back. He's gonna bring his. He's like, okay, Essie, we're gonna come back. We're gonna kick your butt. Okay, Bridget, grounding, digging into the past for understanding. I swear, I'm pulling the same cards for you guys. I pulled like this. I'm so connected to this deck of cards. It's crazy. So I'm pretty sure I pulled this card for you. So this is one of your cards. Digging into the past for understanding. Yes, I know. Like, how do I even remember that? Like, I'm remembering who I pulled cards for, what cards I pulled for them. Yeah, digging into the past for understanding. So, I think you might have some Native Americans in your heritage. You might want to check into that. not just the land that you live on. Like this, like no, there's some in your gene pool. So cool. So, wallpaper. This is not wallpaper. It stopped being a wallflower. Okay? Like, get off the wall. You know, I see, I'm like, I get 5 or 6 generations back to where you can make some sort of connection to that somehow. Um, that's what the great thing about like doing like um that's a great thing about the Akashic records and taking that class from Val is because you can go and explore these different things. Like you can go explore like your ancestors. Um, you can like channel them. Like it's amazing stuff. Like you see Linda De Gonzalez and Linda uh, Diane G do this all the time, and Viviani, and they see these past lives. So if you take them, you can channel this stuff and see it for yourself. That's why I'm like, I want to take that class too. I can do that. Bridget, this is I think you got this card too. I'm not sure. The fruit is different here. So this is like the crown chakra here, and this is like negative thought patterns going in the brain. Like this is like or scattered or your perspectives off, your thinking's off. Now I haven't read any Zeth materials. No, I haven't. Um, so this is like being more positive, thinking more positive, like having uh, working on your self-esteem and your self-confidence that yes, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. That's what this card's about, Bridget. That's what came to me when I saw it when I pulled it for you. So that's that. uh Very cool. Okay. So you are welcome. You are welcome. And thank you. So, what a lovely day is next. And if Victor would like a reading, I'd be happy to give you one too. You are so welcome. Okay. What a lovely day wants an ancestor reading. Ooh. Do you have like Irish? Irish? What a lovely day. Do you have Irish? Okay. Because I'm seeing like Irish. The Irish are here. No, not for me. Although I am Irish. Okay. I'm seeing a woman that's Irish. Like she's wearing this little tiny hat. And she's dancing. Like it's Oktoberfest. No, it doesn't. It's the wrong country. You're not here for me. No, mine come in, they're like sneaky, and they play jokes on me. Okay, you guys want to hear a funny story? Rose tattoo. Okay. All right. You got the Big Mac attack card. Hi, Elizabeth Stewart. How are you? Okay. All right. So this is for What a Lovely Day. The journey. That's crazy. Oh my God. I am so connected to these. I'm always up for a funny story. Okay. I can't believe how connected I am to these freaking cards I made. Like, I didn't think, like, because when I was making them, I was just doing artwork. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just turn these into cards. I bought the paper to make cards, and I'm just like, no, I'm just going to do art. Well, and then I turned them into cards, and I started like doing stuff on the back. Well, what a lovely day. This is ancients, mirrors, and generational. So it's processes. It's part of our journey. This is like our ancestors. These mirrors, our ancestors, mirrors. This is inward, the journey inward. Our ancestors of how. So this is about using mirrors. Are you aware of like using mirrors, like not for divination, but theoretically of how we play mirrors to each other? Good to see you, Elizabeth. How this is talking about mirrors, looking in the mirror. So we're talking about ancestors. So if we look in the mirror, we're looking at how we look like our ancestors. But let's look at the mirror of the energy, that who they were, what they were, how the experiences of family units and interactions impacted our ancestors, and how that went down generation after generation to where we are now. So that is what this card is about. This is what this is part of our journey. It's just part of our journey, and understanding that, because obviously, like, if you are spiritual, you're basically trying to heal all of that past trauma, that generational trauma that you've been so graciously inherited. So that was that card. And then this card is, you are getting these messages. You are getting messages from where you think you're getting them. You're like doubting the messages that you're getting, or if they are messages, you need to heed these messages. Yes, you are getting those messages, this confirmation. So then I feel like you stress out a bit. So I feel like you need to say no and have boundaries. And you need time out. I'm getting, you need time out. So that's what that is about. It's just a disjointed here and there reading for you. What a lovely day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you. Wow, these cards are like crazy powerful in my hands. It's so crazy. Okay. Well, you take time out. If there's anyone else here that would like a reading, please let me know, and I would be happy to give you a reading with my zany cards. They're zesty. Okay. So, when you do channeling, you're welcome. When you do channeling, well, when I've done channeling and the teachers I've had, they've asked me to channel different people. Like I chose to channel um okay, Victor. Are you still here? Victor, are you still here? I can talk. I can try to talk at the same time. So they want us. Okay. Victor. Victor. What does Victor need? Do you have a question? Or do you want a general? Okay. I'm just going to pull cards. Okay. Fair enough. You got some cool cards. You got some cool cards. Wow, what a reading. Well, thank you guys. This is I'm just like, I really like these colors together. I'm gonna put them all together, and I did this, and I'm just like, oh, and this was the point where I was like, these are just, it's just art. It's just art, and so this art piece was gonna be called "Silly Girl Summer," or now it's like I'm melting. It's popsicles. So this thing has like transformed. So this card is a transition. This is transmutation. This is transforming. You know, you are like, I'm going to call the phoenix, but you're in the process of like these changes, and these feel major changes, Victor. Then you got go with the flow, just chill the f out. Like you do meditation all the time, so who needs to tell you to chill out? They're telling you to chill out. And right, I want some melted popsicle. And then you got this card. This is a cool card. Abundance, manifesting, growth, money, and love. So you are doing the manifesting work to have those things that you want in your life. Yeah, this is like the ocean. The ocean. Yep. I like the spirals. Try to put spirals in my work. Okay. This is just some of it. Doing all this crazy stuff. I don't know if you saw it earlier. Some of my artwork. I didn't think I was going to do this. So, anyone else? I'm melting. Okay. So I had to channel people. I hope that helps you, Victor. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. And thank you for coming to my show. Next week, we're going to do a meditation on past lives if you didn't hear. So next week, we're going to work on past life meditations. But I was going to say, I had to channel people. So I channeled Buddha, or Buddha's energy, Christ consciousness. You're welcome. And then I started doing like the drummers. So I took Akashic Records. Yeah, it's like when I did originally when I did my podcast, I was on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. And then I started doing readings. So I was on Saturday night at 7. So this is kind of like, so my thing. If I ever like decide to add a day, it's probably going to be Wednesday. So I'll probably Wednesday at 7 Pacific Standard Time and Saturday 7 Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Um, so I took this other Akashic Records class and they're like, "Oh, you got a channel," and then I'm like, "Oh my god, I did all this channeling early on, and it like slipped my mind." I'm like, "I've been doing channeling all this time." And they're like, "Well, you need to channel somebody." I'm like, what the hell? So I'm gonna channel John Lennon. So John Lennon comes in. And I've been channeling a lot. I was like channeling like automatic writing, but I was doing Akashic records and writing them. And he comes in. I'm like, what? He's like, he said this to me. He gets down on his hands and knees in front of me. And I'm just like, this is so weird. And he's like, I wish I could be alive so I could have met you. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that's nice. It was really nice to meet you. And I was like, done. Otherwise, I would have been like talking to him for a while. But he freaked me out. And so after that, I'm like, because it's like, John Lennon's telling me, like, he wished he could still be alive so he could have met me. And I'm just like, this is so so for I don't know how long after that, it was like shouting out like, John Lennon's not funny, John Lennon's not funny, John, like, you're not funny, John Lennon. Oh wow. I got spirals. You should see my other spirals. I got other spirals. Um I got a spiral in here. Um yeah, John Lennon, you're not funny, man. John Lennon, you're not funny because like that's that's like messed up to tell somebody that's channeling. I wish I was alive so I could have talked to you. Like, weird. And I just kept saying that. You're not funny. John Lennon, you're not funny. So I was sitting at my kitchen table, going through my phone, looking for something on YouTube. All of a sudden, I started hearing like this conversation behind me. Thanks, Elizabeth. And this conversation, I'm just like, well, this is what's going on. What I'm hearing. Paul's the next one to go. I know who this is. This is John Lennon. But he brought some friends with him. He's like, it was George Harrison. He's having this conversation with George Harrison behind me. And they're talking about how John Lennon or Paul McCartney's the next one to go. And then they were talking crap about Ringo Starr and how Ringo Starr is just like he's the last Beatle to represent the Beatles, the last living Beatle. I'm just like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I heard Robin Williams in the corner. He's like, well, if you want to get the band back together, you're going to need a drummer. Because, Ringo's still alive. So, anyways, turns out all of those dudes are my cousins. They're distant cousins, but they're my cousins. Oh my God. You get the dirt on the Beatles, man. Yeah. And then like a couple years ago when I was living here, I hadn't done my genealogy, man. I hadn't done it. And I'm just like, and I didn't know that these guys, I was related to these guys. And all of a sudden I had all of these like dead celebrities. This is like freaking South Park. I see dead celebrities. I don't see them. They show up. I had all these like dead celebrities show up, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I need to do my genealogy because I knew it was there. I knew what I was looking for. I was like, I'm related to the Queen, of Britain. And I'm like, okay. And these guys just like decided to show up like this is gonna get her to do her genealogy because we're related. So she's gonna go check to see if she's related to all these celebrities. And sure enough, I was like one after another. Freaking Betty White shows up, Harry Nielsen shows up, Jim Morrison shows up. It's like, and then what's that guy's name? I always, and we got this joke going back and forth. His name's not Wilford Brimley, but I give him that name. That is not his name. What is his name? Oh my god, I always forget his name. It's the dude that goes, well, shit. He passed away. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can see him clear as day. He's my cousin. Well, shit. Oh my god. He was on Will and Grace. Oh man. He was like bugging me all weekend. Like I wouldn't do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna look. I'm just not gonna. And then I'm like, son of a gun, because then more of them were coming. And I'm just like, I'm gonna check. He'd be like, cousin. Jesus. Oh my god. And then I just went deep and wide with my genealogy after that, because then there's more to it. I'm like related to like all of these old money families. So I'm like related to the Vanderbilts and the Morgans and da 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 da, like all this history. So like, Bridget, go do your genealogy. um it's interesting. So, anyways, so we're gonna do some past life readings. Not readings, meditations, not readings. Um, I do channel aliens too, man. So if you get, where did I start with my genealogy? I started with my genealogy way back in 2002, 2003, around that time, because like 2003, they like locked things down where like things were private. You couldn't get like birth certificates, death certificates, unless you could like pay for it. And like it just got crazy. Um I was looking for lost relatives, like my dad's dad. They lost contact somehow. I was just going off different branches and doing all kinds of work back then. And over the years, I got to a certain point with my Guthrie line and I got stuck, and I'm just like, I'm done. Like I got burnt out from doing it. Um, so I had enough of my genealogy to go to the familysearch.org website and pop in like, and I just did my Guthrie side because I don't know like my mom's side. Like I got some names. Like my grandfather's like first generation here or second generation. I'm not even certain about that. They're sketchy. Swiss German sketchy. But anyways, the Guthrie side I could go way back. On that side. because I had a lot of information. I had done a lot of work on that site anyways. And once you get to a certain point, like you start going off, you can find all kinds of stuff. But on that site, as well as probably ancestry.com, see the thing about familysearch.org, it's free. It's free. So I'll put it in the thing. That's something I want to do like a show on. So this site, it's free. You can go in there and start putting in your tree. And then because other people have put their trees in, so you got a leaf on their tree, then you start making connections. But I would be careful, and I would like double check connections, or not just connections, but documentations and how things are connected, like recorded, how if there's recorded information there. So because there's a few different people make more than one tree of a family, and so you might have like an amateur that's put in not so good information, whereas then you've got like somebody else that has the same family tree, but it's like, you know, thorough, it's like got bones to it. And like the familysearch.org is the Mormon church, and so they do this thing called the work of the dead, and that's part of it. It is doing the genealogy. So this is connected to, the what do you call it, the place in Utah, the big temple, the temple. So and I think you can probably get help if you need it on there. I don't know. I want to do a show on this so I can try to help people. At least go in there and go, put in like names. And then once you start doing that, you make the connections, you can go to this other cool page and it says, I don't know exactly what it's called. I guess I could like show you right now on my site that my people are still alive. I don't have to show you everything. I can show you some of it. Or isn't going to be on this long. That's okay. I'm having fun. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll just show you the interface. So, like, I ended up finding my grandfather that like he wasn't alive anymore. And I found him in a cemetery. So at least, they can't go anywhere if they're that way. I found my great grandparents and I'm like, well, I found them. And then I started looking around at the different graves. Because they were put in a, what is it called? A national cemetery. They were in the LA County National Cemetery. I don't know what it's called. But my grandfather was next to his parents, and that's how I found him. Okay, I'm logged in now. I gotta share my screen. Hopefully this share screen. So I hope this lets me move to. Here we go. Famous relatives. So these are my famous relatives. So you get so many things in there. Let me see if I can like put this side by side. Dang it. I'm getting tired. Okay, this can go on the left. This can go on the right. Okay. So, I guess. Wee wee! You're welcome. All right. Good night. So, those are presidents. Oh, Princess Diana and King of Norway. They keep adding people to this, so you you might end up with like a couple, and then um, more will show up on this page because that's what I'm finding. So, like, this is interesting. Or they'll like, see, I wasn't. Don Wayne was a bag. That was from a Repo Man. That's a line from Repo Man. Anyways, John Lennon, Jackson Pollock. Like, huh. No. Buffalo Bill. So, anyways, there's that. Now I wanted to go back here. Lots of familiar faces. Those are my relatives. Those are my peeps. Some of them crazy. Some of them are villains. Really. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this, but we can go. This is really bogging my computer. If you can't hear my fan, is bogging my computer. I need to like switch to my other computer. I need to move things around so I can like sit down and like I don't know, take you guys where you need to go. Like at least walk you through it so you guys can get in there and start doing your own thing. Anyways, I had fun tonight. So next week, past life meditation. It's like, so here's the other thing. I don't know if I yeah, I did. So the Akashic records, when I took them, I've seen a couple the groups do this, like Diane Boyle's oil painter and the gal she works with, and I've seen actually what's her name did this the other day. Oh God, Allie did this, where you open the Akashic records for a certain specific thing. And so, like, when I took the class, I didn't take Val's class, I took it from someone else. We open Akashic records for humanity. We open like different things, like this year or next year. I did that a couple times. I did like specific things. So I would really like it because I want to prove stuff. Like, I don't know. Um, the more like information that we have about channeling and having like more people getting the same kind of information and logging that information, it builds a case for this type of stuff that we do, this psychic work, this channeling. And I just find it fascinating. And um, I love investigating it and going, well, this, this is my experience. This is how I perceive this. And having more of that documented and shared with the public, the more, people like, I feel like should be able to become mediums. And mediumship is really like a healing tool for some people. I mean, it's not for everybody. Um, but to be able to do mediumship and have someone pass is and to be able to speak with them, it lessens grief. I you know I don't know, does it? I don't know. I lost a friend last year. I lost a friend the year before that, and or the year before that. Like, these are my friends, like, um from childhood and high school that have like passed away. And you get the annoying relatives sometimes that just won't stay out of your energy. um but I don't know, does it lessen the grief? I think it depends on the person. I don't know. I thought it would lessen the grief, but it could just make it worse, because there's a reason they don't have a body anymore. Man, I can't solve the mysteries of life tonight, guys. As much as I want to. Yeah, it's just like, and the other ones I don't want to talk to. it's it's bad. I I don't know. One will. It doesn't seem like she's talking to me. Maybe I just need to practice like my mediumship. It's like being like the medium and talking to your friends as a medium. I don't know if that's really clever or not. Like, or because it seems to be easier when somebody else, like another medium, is reading for me. So, I don't know. It is what it is. But next week, past life meditations again. It's a popular topic people show up for. So I'm going to practice, and I really appreciate you guys showing up. I had a good time. I got to talk, 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 talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Um, I like doing shows like this where I'm doing a combination of talking. Hey, Elizabeth, do you want a reading before I go? Would you like a reading? I feel like you need a reading. And please come back. I'm going to do a reading for you. If you're still here, please. Okay. Yikes. Ooh, girl. What the hell's going on? Damn. Yikes. Okay. All right, Elizabeth. Um, this is a migraine headache card. I am so sorry. Um, this is a migraine headache. It's um having like doom thoughts, like black and white beliefs, thinking, like having the thoughts of like crap happening. Okay. So then I pulled this card. This is not my circus, not my monkeys card. And I feel these are closely related. You're having like crap and drama and headaches from it. And it's like, fuck. Okay. And this is all going on. Like, it's purple. It's the purple storm. It's not the perfect storm. It's a purple storm. It's all up in here. Okay. But, like, I feel like you don't know how to solve it, but you do. Instinctively, you know this is not your circus, not your monkeys to deal with, and that you need to take a chill pill and like stop that. And like, um, you like so intuitive, right? Go with your intuition, okay? Stop overthinking shit and like, because this is downloads and information messages. So it's like you are getting like these intuitive hits that that you're not like heeding, and that's your gold in all of this. Okay. So however you feel about it, whatever you think about it now, like how you're supposed to deal with it, you need to go do that. Okay. That's exactly what you need to do. You're like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, you got to, like, and this will relieve your headache. Like, you need to make a plan. And that's how you're going to deal with it. And, so you can relax because you just need to relax. Like, I'm feeling like I'm getting a headache. So, haha, part of it. Okay. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on over there. You got the communication card. Okay. So, this requires communication because there's a circus going on that you need to like send a pack up the tent, damn monkeys and elephants, and F off. Okay. So, so it's like, you're speaking to different people here. So there's more than, I feel like there's 2 or 3 parties. There's like 2 or 3 parties. This is like the throat chakra right here. This is like the throat chakra. So, but there's like 2 or 3 different parties involved in this. So, this is speaking to different people, but this is also focusing on the different aspects of the throat chakra because it's not just about talking, it's about listening. Okay, it's about comprehending. That's what this all represents, is like different aspects of the communication center. So like, even though this is our heart chakra and this is our throat chakra, our arms, the top of our arms right here, is part of like where it intersects, right? So what is this? It's give and take, right? And it's the balance. And balancing all of this up here. So that is what that is about. You need to have a sit down talk, or just like, nope, I don't really need to like get myself in a huff over this anymore, because this is how it's, because you can set down the law and this is what you need and this is how you need to have it. But you need to take into consideration others. That's kind of what I'm getting, like there's give and take. This is what I can do, this is what I will do, and this is what I won't do. That's what I'm feeling. So this is like doing this communication is going to have this transformation. So this is like growth. Hey, this is like melted popsicle. Hey, you get so freaking hot and you're like so invested in something else, like it transforms from this frozen thing to this melted thing. It's like it's over, it's done. So that is what I have for you, my friend. And damn girl. Oh my God. I hope you get that straightened out. So well, I know you can handle this. It's just a matter of like, okay, just speaking your piece with grace. And I don't know what the word, I'm not like, I can't articulate. Firm. Be firm with grace and love. That's like all I can say to that. I want to do one thing for all y'alls. If you all are game to this, I do little tuning forks on you, clear some energy for you, and send you off to sleepy time or your next adventure. If you want this, is for you. So. There you go. Good night. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your weekend. See you online.